So my neighbors chopped down one of their trees, and I went over there and got all of the logs and brought them here and made a pile. A lot of the wildlife use this, and the beetles lay their eggs in the wood as it ages and softens. So this pileated woodpecker is trying to get to a grub that's inside of that log. So using yard waste to provide for the animals in your wildlife habitat is really a smart thing to do. You get to see the wildlife, you get to watch them, you get to interact with them. I suppose now most of the plant material does get turned into compost, thankfully. But before, it did just go into the landfill. But what could be easier? Just laying a stack of logs in your yard and letting the wildlife inhabit it. And then it produces food for the birds. Provides a place for the smaller animals like lizards and frogs to hide. Birds come through and check for insects. I don't know. Yard waste doesn't go to waste in my yard. It's always incorporated somewhere. Looks like she got a couple of grubs. Or a big giant grub. So this is a female because she's got a white mustache, and her red crest doesn't go all the way to the forehead. On males, the red crest goes all the way to the tip of their forehead, and they have red mustaches. So she got a nice, big, beautiful, juicy grub. Just because I made a pile of logs for her. It's super easy to attract wildlife. Just let nature be, and the wildlife will show up. So you can see the holes that she's made in these logs. They tend to make elongated holes, like oval shaped. Luckily, the male and the female are easy to tell apart. The male has a red mustache and the female doesn't. The male's red crest comes all the way down his forehead to his bill, and the female's red crest only comes down about 3/4 of the way. This male woodpecker found a nice soft log, which is probably full of juicy insects for him. Pileated woodpeckers are very important in the ecosystem because their nesting cavities provide for a lot of different wildlife once they are done using them. Here she comes. This is our neighborhood female pileated woodpecker. So it's Earth Day 2025. So help the planet by piling up some logs for the wildlife. It's literally as easy as falling off a log. Just creating that habitat for the insects provides food for this pileated woodpecker. And that's all you have to do, is stack up some logs. The insects will come and lay eggs, and then the larvae will turn into these big juicy grubs that the pileated woodpeckers love. Not to mention, it gives a lot of hiding spaces for the lizards and the squirrels and the insects. And it's used by a whole host of wildlife in my yard. So she's listening and looking. She works really hard at this for a long time, just testing different areas. And then she's got to keep a lookout, make sure she's still safe. So she's not finding what she wants, so she's going to move to some other logs. I think she's starting to get pretty hangry at this point. So she's trying another angle, but she still doesn't get what she wants. So she keeps moving through the log pile. It's amazing how much wood chipping she does. She's really powerful with that huge bill. Nope, no joy, so she's moving on. She's found a good spot, and she's putting all her muscles into this one. She seems certain that there's something in there that she wants to get. Yeah, that's definitely a good spot, so she's not going to leave that one for a while. You can see her flicking her tongue so she can taste. She must be able to taste the grubs or something the grubs are emitting, because she knows that there's a prize in there for her. And then she gets a little bit off her game because this squirrel shows up and kind of freaks her out. She wants him to leave, but there's a pile of sunflower seeds, so the little squirrel's not going anywhere. So she realized that the squirrel wasn't a threat, so she's going to go back to work. So she's zeroed in on it. She can taste it. She knows it's in there. She can taste it. So she is bound and determined to excavate this one spot. You can see her taste flicking her tongue. She knows she's got a prize inside. And there she goes. She got her first one. Big juicy grub. And she does spend a lot of time smashing it and smushing it before she swallows it. Her thick, strong bill makes quick work of it, and after only a little while she gets another grub. So she got a great reward for all that hard work. So please think of your wildlife and leave a log pile out for them. So she started working on this stump. This is a really big stump left over from our avocado tree. And I put sunflower seeds on it for the birds, so it's been attracting ants. And I believe there's a really large colony of ants inside of here. So she's been working on this on and off. So she's trying to get to the ant nest, probably most likely to get to the ant larva. So it looks as though she's finally reached the ant nest. And she's using her tongue to reach in there and get some of the ants out. You can see her throat moving. So she probably hasn't opened it up completely like she would like, but yeah, because she's still working on it. But she is sending her very long tongue down into the cavity to collect as many ants as she can. I honestly don't know how they stand it, because she must be getting stung by ants, but this is the way they do it. So it looks like she's finally made a lot of progress, and she's gotten into the nest, and all of the ants are going crazy. These are most likely fire ants. However, pileated woodpecker's favorite ants are carpenter ants. Most likely because they're much larger ants and they have much larger larvae to eat. But when a pileated woodpecker is hungry, she will go for fire ants any day. So if you're able to leave dead snags or dead stumps in your green space, they will get insects in them, which in turn will provide food for other wildlife.